You will have to excuse my tardiness today. I received a really unexpected visit just before starting stream. I'm so sorry, it was something important, so I had to take care of that. But we're here. We're alive. We're doing the thing now. We are doing the thing. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm late and gay. What can you say? I'm late and gay today. And I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit smug. I don't know what's happening with the expressions lately, but you know. So let's go a little bit fast, shall we? Let's change the music here. With our usual Monster Hunter relaxing music compilation. It always works. Absolutely beautiful. Oh man. Let me check that everything is working properly here. I do believe it is. But still. Let me move some things around here. Okay, that seems correct. That seems correct. Oh man. We were going to get mad today, and I guess we're gonna get maybe not as mad, maybe just a little bit silly, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's see. Let me bring up my browser. Jeez, this is correct. This is correct. Let's start with some localization BS, okay? Shall we? It's actually the theme of today. It's gonna be a little bit stupid. So first of all, for today, really fortunate for international, my dear friend Nukutan fans out there. It appears that the official English, French, except ADN, I don't know what that is, which made their own subs, and German subtitles of the show may have been translated by AI. The translations come from the licensor Remo and are not Crunchyroll's work. Or so they say. I don't think they actually have confirmation of this. Although the service is justified, as they could have the option to create their own translation, we believe Remo should be held accountable as well. They're the ones, I assume, who handles the international localization, subbing and dubbing, and marketing of the show. Don't let them slide too. If you can direct the feedback more directly to the source, Remo can face the backlash and improve their stuff for the future. The subtitles could also be fixed on other services like Prime Video, YouTube, and more, not just Crunchyroll. And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it. Screw you. Screw you. We had to deal for a long time with dub titles. That is, they're just using the dub as subtitles, and it's horrible. It's just horrendous. But we have more hot takes here because obviously we do. This is not enough. This is not enough. We have famous, or dare I say, infamous localization expert. Katrina is here. It's so bad. It's so bad. English Animal Localizer claims, my dear friend Nocturne, a subtitle controversy, is an example of why we need to educate Japanese companies on what good localization looks like. Sure, why not? Oh, we're not changing stuff. We're not changing stuff because of, you know, ideology. No. Yeah, sure. They have some really cool examples of this. Welcome, J.R. Tashring. Oh, baby. English Localizer is set in the recent debacle regarding Remo's English language sub-release of My Dear Friend Nocturne as an example of why the West needs to educate Japanese studios, my bad, as to what good localization looks like. It's bad, it's always bad. It's always bad. While watching the July 7th season premiere of the adorable animal slice of life comedy anime, adorable? It's a little bit crazy, but sure, we can go with that. My dear friend Nocturne Fans noticed that something was amiss with the anime's English language subtitles. Punjabi capitalization to randomly inserted punctuation to the occasional nonsensical line, almost every line, of the episode subtitles were marred with some sort of blatant error. Oh man, but when we complain about this because of ideology, no, we're wrong. No, we're wrong. Are we? Are we now? We're not. We're never wrong. Faced with such a bizarre translation, many fans began to speculate that the watch job may have been the work of AI. And thought it currently, though it currently remains unknown whether the subs were done by a machine or human hand, these guys need a proofreader. Truly. The mere speculation of the fact prompted yet another round of AI localization discourse, and Jesus Christ, Twitter has been obnoxious about this. Oh, but we have to defend the actual people that do this job. No, if they're bad at their job, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Enter there's Japanese to English localizer Katrina Leonidakis. I hate this woman. Perhaps best known for proudly boasting about how she ran shot over High Dive's English subtitles for My Life as Inukai-san's Dog, and standing in defense of the translation, you know what they did there? Of I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. Katrina placed the blame for My Dear Friend Nokotan's terrible subtitles squarely on the shoulders of the various Japanese studios involved in this production. Speaking of Nokotan, a few people have pointed out this in the English subtitles. 2. Mainly a ton of miscapitalizations for sentences / proper nouns, and a lack of split subtitles. She stated, "What's going on with the series? Did the licensor outsource the translation instead of using Crunchyroll?" That appears to be the case, but we don't know. I need to mute myself for a second because I need to blow my nose. I didn't have enough time to prepare. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. I had to run to start the stream. I was almost an hour late. Jeez, I don't like doing that. I don't like being so late. Puzzles have been getting better while localizers, aka activists, get worse and no worse. Yeah, that has been happening. Actually, I realized that some of the anime I consume totally legal, you know, totally legal, okay? I may or may not be a sailor, totally legal, has been translated with fan subs, and it shows, it's really good. I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been Danjo Meshi. That was a Netflix production. The subtitles were way better than the Netflix subs, and jeez, I was so happy for that. The sequels, I always say that. Being a sailor, I understand, it pays well. At least it did back in the day, you know? Let's continue a little bit more. This woman always has the worst takes. It is impressive. It is just impressive. Okay, I think something broke here. Yeah, something broke. I don't know what's happening with Twitch lately, but it appears to be breaking a little bit. Not by connection to Twitch, but Twitch itself. Maybe it's with connection between Twitch and Restream. We're having some trouble lately. Okay, I think this is working right now. It's not unheard of for Japanese companies to do their own localization, but when they don't know how localization works or what good localization looks like, I refuse to say look, okay? It often ends up with disasters like this. Cheating and knowledge source having heard a good amount of times to fix co-provided translations. And yes, the fact that this woman keeps being hired, to me, is outstanding. Every time I see her on Twitter, it's because she's butchering another series or another game. It's so bad. It's that bad. Holy fuck, dude. So annoying. This way, educating creators, whether they are filmmakers, animating companies, writers, game developers, etc., it's so important. We have to educate them. They are too dumb. They don't understand. Poor Japanese peoples. The Tokyo Mew Mew new localizer emphasized good translation is a profit enabler. Bad translation just makes you look cheap and uncaring. And I think hell might be freezing over, because yes, I do agree with this. There's obviously a caveat. We don't mean the same thing with this phrase, which is so funny to me. Yes, good translation is a profit enabler. What you people are doing is not a good translation, it's just BS, it's pure BS. The Gushing with Magical Girls English localizer, I love how they keep dropping titles where she worked on. Continued on her My Dear Friend Nokutan localization crusade in response to a little bit of Jean's tweet. Not me, okay? That's not me. On the Animus English though. This is one of the strangest localization decisions I've seen in a long time, she stated. Even if the subscript is extremely workable, adapters in all languages have the tool lead for lip flaps. That's always the same excuse. I don't know how prevalent that actually is in anime, shot lengths, etc. The only reason I can see them doing this, the Japanese company told them to. You know what? Based. That is actually based. Japanese companies should have that power, even if you disagree with them. They should have that power. And yes, people are going to dislike that, but yeah, they should. They should, because it's, at the end of the day, their product. So yeah. Work with other studios around the world as part of my job, and a lot of the discussions we have revolves around adjusting important lines of dialogue for lip motions in ADR. I don't know what ADR stands for, and I don't really care too much about it. Yet, it's a trickiest part of ADR script writing, and that makes a dub go from good to great. It was never good. That's the funny thing. It was never good. Following her tour on the topic of ADR, the Tokyo Mew Mew new localizer proceeded to provide her analysis on Nokutan's English language dub with the C instead of a K. You guys need a proofreader, okay? I can guarantee you this was not the decision of whichever ADR writer or director that was in the booth with the VAs / someone on high, likely in Japan. Said here's the script they were given. She speculated, and goddammit, they've really done their best. Kudos to the VAs for sure. But they're American VAs, so they're probably bad. Yes, I'm gonna say that, and I don't care. I've worked on projects where the Japanese licensor has demanded we use their dubbed script. She explained, having a voice in the argument for why we should or shouldn't change certain dialogue lines. We had to pick and choose our battles to change the worst ones. This isn't surprising. If you understand how much these people change lines, this is actually disgusting. It's no different to that woman from Sweet Baby. It's no different from that at the end of the day. We have, funny thing, we have some stuff about them Sweet Babies today. I hope I can get to everything in a timely manner. If you have a handy 100 heroes without the retranslation mod, it's a mess. 100 heroes, is that Eiyuden Chronicles? I don't think so, but I'm not quite sure. I don't really know all of her stellar work. I think she does mostly anime and manga, even though she worked as some sort of consultant when they released, want to say, Persona 4 remaster or something like that. It was just last year or 2 years ago, the port for PC, which people didn't understand why they needed this woman. Also, yeah, if 100 Heroes is Eiyuden Chronicles, I've read about it before. It is that bad. It is also that bad. I wouldn't be surprised. I had the dialogue completely changed to Wok BS. I went to... Yeah. Oh man, my back is killing me a little bit. I need to sleep a little bit more, but each day I sleep less and less. It's so bad. So bad. Okay, where was I? I think it was here. This end, Katrina reiterated, that's why we need to educate companies on what good localization looks like and how to do it. Because when they try to do it themselves, you end up with this. Honestly, I will take it. I will take it. Looks better. Yes, AI is not the best, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad, in my opinion. That's about for all the voice actors excitedly coming to social media to announce their roles. They shouldn't. They're gonna get eaten. Sometimes it is deserved. Some other times it's not as deserved, to be fair. Many of them, their first anime roles, she ultimately concluded. Unfortunately, they're saddled with a script they didn't ask for, and a boatload of upset fans who are now going to ask them, why? Isn't this just like a karmic punishment? Oh man! Oh man! It shows to me that these people lack empathy. They don't have a soul. They don't have a soul. They don't understand. This is literally our point. It has always been. For years. I've been playing the drum of I want retranslations for literally years. Okay? I will need to look it back because I don't remember. But I wouldn't be surprised if literally my first stream was me complaining about translation 2. I remember the other stuff about Black Aragorn in the Magic the Gathering expansion. Oh man, good times. Yeah, well, they were not good times, they were pretty much the same times. Nothing is changing. Well, I think some stuff is changing nowadays. I think people are more aware, which is always good. Another version of the English sub release of My Dear Friend Nokotan's first episode has since been uploaded to Remo's YouTube channel. That's fair. She's clearly a full-blown Marxist. Yes, if you know about Katrina, yes she is. Yes she is. Oh yes, this story about, you know, a cross-dressing boy? No, it is a trans woman now. They will never understand Japanese culture because they don't want to. They rather rewrite their culture to fit their needs. So sad. The thing, in 5 years, AI will do a good job. Katrina never has and never will. Also true. Also true. However, there's more about this. Just a little bit more about this, right? We have Times of India. This is the first they found with an actual article of this, and not just Twitter. Anime platform Crunchyroll disables comments and user-generated content. Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Criticism? No. We cannot have that here. That is bad. That is too dangerous. You cannot have your own opinions. You will have my opinion. So sad. Crunchyroll, an anime streaming platform, recently announced that they disabled all user comments on anime episodes and news articles. Even news articles. The platform did not reveal the exact reason for the decision. They were getting absolutely roasted. And that has been happening for years. They're tired of that. They are so weak. They're so weak. In a recent post titled Protecting Our Community on the Crunchyroll support page, the platform gave an explanation as to why they disabled comments. At Crunchyroll, we prioritize creating a safe and respectful community environment. All that fucking kami bullshit. It's always the same excuse. No, that is not true. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. You are all so afraid of criticism. You've always been. You have always been. But now people understand that you're pretty weak. And you have to run defense for yourself. To maintain this standard, we're removing all existing user-generated content, including comments, across all our platforms and experiences. The Crunchyroll experience, that sounds terrible. The post stated. They also specified that the user rating system would remain so that people could still give feedback on anime series and movies. That's going away. That will go away too. These people cannot stand ratings when they don't like it. I don't have a tab for that here, you know, but Star Wars The Acolyte, they had to remove user scores from Rotten Tomatoes because it was that bad. It was extremely low. I've seen as low as 13%. 13! That is 1 and 3. Really low. Really low. Many of the platform's users have been theorizing as to why the decision was made. Thu, what a weird name, an anime YouTuber, I don't know that guy, made a post a few days before Crunchyroll's announcement discussing the reviews of Twilight Out of Focus. That doesn't sound familiar to me either. The series in question premiered on July 4th. Maybe that's why. I was bombarded with negative reviews by users who reportedly didn't like the anime's focus or gay romance. That's gonna happen. I love how gamers, weebs, otaku, etc. are all rising up. You love to see it. You love to see it. And it kind of feels like we are the last line of defense, and that is kind of scary. That is kind of scary. But we understand our hobbies because we were ostracized before because of them. And some of us have really good memories, and we remember what happened before and how they're lying to us. I will get to that really soon because it pisses me off a big time. I want to finish this, and I have another small thing before getting to a public execution. When they found out about Crunchyroll's announcement, he said, "Either way, this is too far. This should be moderating, not nuking at all. Killing off the community's years of history is not a solution." I agree with that. I do agree with that. If you need moderation because they're actually writing stuff that's against their terms of services, and yes, that's kind of a poison too, but it is more fair to want to be left alone. Yeah, we do. I love those memes, right? Oh, who radicalized you? You did. You did. Or that, why are you a far-right Nazi? I'm just a normal guy from 20 years ago. You still have people being like, "Oh, but you can just play the games. Ah, you can just still watch the anime." No. No. They're changing stuff, and I don't like it. It was good before. Oh man, I get really passionate about this. It doesn't happen a lot, so treasure it. Other users believe that the removal of comments may have to do with reviews of another anime. My dear friend Nokotan, when English, French, and German subtitles were released for the series, that's what we read before, fans in the reviews criticized the poor translation, with many claiming that the platform used AI. I don't know. That could be the case. We don't know, but it's just a nice excuse to nuke all opposition. Really purposeful, in my opinion. The removal of user-generated content on Crunchyroll has gained a mixed reaction on social media platforms, with some users being upset, while others believe the decision makes the platform better. You can voice your opinions, the platform is better. What a strange thing to say, not gonna lie. One user on Twitter wrote, "I refuse to call it the new name. Okay, it's Twitter." I'm sure it has something to do with the rampant spoilers, circulating for pretty much anything manga or line-up based, but dang. That was like one of my favorite features of the platform. Another user said, "As it should, I'm not there to socialize or argue with other wrong anime enjoyers like myself. But some people want to, and that's fine." And let's be real, where was it? Rampant spoilers for manga or light novel based. That has been happening since I have use of memory, and I've been watching anime just regularly. We're talking about close to 20 years. It was always like that. Ah, this is different than the manga. Oh, huh? You better watch the manga, something cool is coming, etc, etc. Even I had to quit watching some anime because it was slow as fuck. And I just went to the manga. That happened to me almost 15 years ago with Tutor Hitman Reborn. That was a really cool anime, not gonna lie. And manga. It was really graphic. Not really, but it was kind of graphic. In the manga, you had blood of the characters actually smoked, you know? There's things that manga can still do, but apparently, not in the anime. It's sad, but they have different rules still. Let me have a sip here. It's purposeful. It's a sense of socialism slash communism. Handling everything and imposing love for the state only. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Red Bleach, the anime got boring. Ah, man. Bleach anime is really cool, but like 40% is literally just filler. It's just filler. I remember watching the full anime just... when was it? It's been a while. It's been like 8 years or so. And yeah. I had a guide to just avoid all of the filler, but it was a good experience without the filler. And then I jumped to the manga to read everything that I was missing. And speaking of Bleach, they changed a little bit in the newer anime. They changed some stuff. It's not like, oh, it's huge censorship. It's still censorship. It's still censorship. Speaking of, small things here that I don't think I like yet. Palworld, I like Palworld. It is a fun game. Announcement 1. Pocket Pair is excited to announce a joint venture company with Sony Music Entertainment, Japan, and Aniplex to establish Palworld Entertainment for the purpose of accelerating the multifaceted global development of Palworld, and its further expansion. Look. Getting merchandise, kind of cool. Joining Sony, really dangerous. They may get localized in the future, which is really dangerous too. Also, I have to say, this to me sounds like a red flag. Global development of Palworld. Some people are saying, well, it's Sony Music, so it's a little bit better than Sony games. It is still Sony, okay? It is still Sony. Not a big fan. But we can only wait for that. We can only wait. Okay, let me check something here. Okay, alright. There we go. That seems correct to me. Alrighty. Okay. It is time. It is time to execute someone in real time. Because I do have the fact checks. I really hate how people keep lying. They keep absolutely lying about this entertainment, okay? And they will tell you, no, it has always been like this. No, it wasn't. This is new. And it's getting worse. So, I was reading Twitter the other day. It was like Monday or something like that, I don't remember. And there was a guy answering to another guy I follow, right? Scratch Point, which usually also clowns a lot on this censorship bullshit. You had the guy, I thought he was French, apparently he is from Switzerland. It's not any better, but you know, we had to be accurate. Speaking about how Dragon Quest has always been for diversity, and he's fucking lying through his teeth, and I hate it, because I think Dragon Quest is really cool, and it's just a case of, we're going to lie to you, because this is obviously the current thing, even if it was back in the 80s, in Japan, which doesn't make any sense. either Japan is a bastion of progressivism or is extremely homophobic. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. I think I said that backwards. It's okay, it's fine. People understand. So we have this guy. Yimuki. And we see here, the original tweet. It is the same story every time. They claim X was always inclusive. Yet for some odd reason, it still has to change to fit Y. Video games aren't inclusive. It's a product one must purchase that reflects the creator's vision. Yes? Type A and Type B are nonsensical, everyone. Speaking about the Dragon Quest 3 change to the main character, it's not now Otaku or Onna, that is, man or woman, and with its look A or look B. And we have this fucking guy here, lying, absolutely lying. Yes, it's easier to not actually know your stuff or deliberate. I'm struggling, please understand. Deliberately ignore what's brought up, which raises the question if these bigots even properly know how to read into a statement. So I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it all for you slow-brained people. We're gonna get a class in media literacy here. But not from this guy, which is funny. Oh, these bigots! Dragon Quest 4, Famicom, 1990. On top of letting you play as a woman character, features a romantic relationship with your hometown elf friend who actually is a woman, regardless of which hero you choose to play. This is present even in the PlayStation and Nintendo DS remakes, by the way. You know what? I played Dragon Quest 4 last year on the DS. You know the elf they mention here? She is dead for like 98% of the game. I'm not joking. She dies at the beginning, protecting the main character, and she revives in the end scene. You know, this romantic relationship, do you know what it is? Literally this image. Literally this image. She is revived, she falls from the heavens, and they hug each other. This is the extent of the romantic relationship. Also, let's go back here. I can have this on the screen. Why not? Did you know that after Dragon Quest 4, we have Dragon Quest 5? Yeah, that's cool. Do you know what happens in Dragon Quest 5? There are 3 female characters that you can marry to have baby. Those 3 female characters are direct descendants of the hero from Dragon Quest 4. I was playing as the guy. If I was playing as the woman, I think we're all wrong up here. I don't think I need to teach you that woman and woman cannot make baby. So at the end of the day, it was never an actual relationship, because they must make baby. It is the same people. Okay, it is still the same people. Let's move on a little bit here. Dragon Quest XI features Sylvando, an openly non-binary character, who at some point in the story makes some townspeople realize their queerness and decide to embrace their true self by following him along and bring smiles to other people. They should mess with Dragon Quest. They shouldn't, because as far as I know nowadays, Dragon Quest is probably the best-selling IP that Square Enix has. That is dangerous. It is a dangerous game for them. Did you know that I played Dragon Quest XI 2 years ago? Sylvando is not an openly non-binary character. He is flamboyant, he is fruity, he is a guy. We could say, maybe, perhaps, that he's an Okama character. That's just, at best, a transvestite. I don't think that's not the same as being non-binary. Also, I've seen some arguments about it, right? Ah, but clearly, his blood with his father is about coming out as trans. I was like, I always thought that it was because he didn't want to be a knight, he wanted to be an entertainer. That's why he is called Sylvia in Japanese. That's probably just his stage name, and that's fine. He's just over the top. He is, and he is a really nice character. Is he gay? I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't know if Hedrick is gay. Maybe he is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just said Hedrick because, I don't know, just another character, right? And makes sometimes people realize their queerness. No. No. That's not what that thing is about. That thing is about, yes, the world is fucked. Do not rebel in doom and gloom. Let's try to be positive and let's try to have fun. It's supposed to be humor, pure humor. But they will never understand. Dragon Quest XI S. You can explore 2D renditions of past Dragon Quest games, one of them being Dragon Quest V. You get to re-experience the right choice, but with all your companions. If you ask Eric, he'll say explicitly that he wouldn't mind as he believes you're his soulmate. Yes, that's a thing. Do you know what else you can do in this right choice? You can choose Rob, who is literally your grandfather, and he still accepts you. It's not supposed to be representation, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to give you options, because haha funny. Dragon Quest has always been like that. Now some examples here that I was not able to check if they were true. I'm sorry, I haven't played all of the Dragon Quest games yet, okay? My time is limited. But they hate Sandland. They probably hate Sandland. It was fun, I liked it. Also, funny thing, Toriyama humor is pretty much Dragon Quest humor. If we go back to OG Dragon Ball, is filled to the brim with dirty jokes. Like fucking Goku potting the underparts of Chi-Chi when they meet for the first time, and he was like, ah yeah, you don't have a dick, you must be a woman. It's supposed to be silly, it's supposed to be funny. And it is funny. But these people will never understand. And they will spout nonsense about, media literacy. It's so sad. Dragon Quest X, I haven't played it. But I love the co-op here, which is Japan exclusive, so you can bring that nonsense. Westerners ruin everything. We read about Sega self-censoring themselves during development, so it doesn't work anymore. Argument features a trans elf character, which quest is about helping them transition. Using item which description is, the user looks into the mirror to see their true desired self. I found nothing about this, and I was googling like crazy. So I'm going to assume this is not the case. I'm going to assume this is just cope. I cannot believe this example, because all of the other examples are flawed. It's so wild. And we have more examples here. So the image again. Dragon Quest Builders 2 features a gay man who will explicitly tell you how he would like to dress as a bunny girl, making him a drag queen representation. I haven't played Dragon Quest Builders 2. I played a little bit of 1, I got a little bit bored, okay, it's an okay game, but it was not for me, and that's fine. But did you know that I played Dragon Quest 11 2 years ago? And Dragon Quest 11 only came like less than a year before Builders 2. In Dragon Quest 11, back in those 2D sections when you revisit parts of older Dragon Quest games, there's a part when you go to All Trades Abbey, that is the building in Dragon Quest 3, when you get to change the class of your party members if they are at least level 20. And that place is in disarray, because oh my god, what is happening? Literally everyone wants to become a bunny girl. You keep talking to NPCs, especially old guys. I wanna be a bunny girl. It's supposed to be funny. And even if it was supposed to be straight, what you have to do there is prevent that, because they have been manipulated. So, for people that don't know, the bunny girl in that case probably refers to the female gadabout, that is the class, the clown class. They're a little bit useless, even they have some utility spells, but they can become sages without the use of a special item. That's their use. Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense. And we have probably the most stupid example of all, because holy shit, I do love Dragon Quest and Dino Daiboken, and I just spit a lot on my table here. In Dragon Quest, Dino Daiboken features a non-binary character, Venus, that, while having the clear appearance of a woman, says she's not one when your protagonist mentions they're a woman. I will not show you the anime scene, because you know, copyright. Have a save where Ella Room become a bunny. That sounds hilarious, honestly. I love Dragon Quest I. So, I will show you the manga page. I looked at the manga page, I looked at the anime, they're pretty much the same. This is a good translation. And I have it here. Here, your film star Heller. Are you trying to say that I love him? Don't make me laugh. I am neither man nor woman. I am just a beast with the assigned ability of queen. A beast is simply an instrument of war. It has no right to love. Venus, shut up! I know you're just buying time to heal. This thing is not look at me. I am non-binary. This thing is look at me. I'm an inhuman monster. I'm literally the chess piece of the queen, transformed into a monster, given a will. You cannot get out of here with your human values and your appeal to emotion. It's not about diversity. It's about humans versus monsters. What is with rainbow people and identifying themselves as monsters? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's so wild. It's so wild to me. But wait, there's more. Not more examples. But this guy keeps yapping here. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. But I don't have enough memories of it, and I don't want to give these people any reason to discredit me based on inaccurate trivia when they lie and talk nonsense all the time. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Someone that is talking out of his ass with inaccurate trivia. Imagine my shock. With that in mind, it brings a question about all these fake fans claiming they know better about Dragon Quest. Well, I'm better at reading. I can tell you as much. And they haven't played the games. I did, and I understand them better than you. They're pretending only to push their intolerant agenda. Ah, tourists. It's the tourists! No, it's not. Or they play them, but they have so little literacy. They didn't understand the thing. Dude, if you want to try to insult my intelligence, I beg of you, just call me a fucking retard. I'm not gonna get offended. Fucking moron. It keeps going! It keeps going! By the way, I have played every single mainline entry and many more with great attention. Just explore my Twitter account and you'll find your proofs, and you're a fucking commie. If you don't understand the games and you keep spouting this nonsense, you're a commie. You're not gonna make it. And that's good. And the actual social work for a living. Oh, look at that. An actual commie. So I think I know a little better about these topics than you all who barely leave your houses. It was never about social issues. It's a fucking game. From Japan. From the 80s. What do you mean? It's not gonna be California 2024. It's gotta be different. That's just obvious. And this... I'm tasting it already. You don't intimidate me, and you definitely won't make me shut up about those things because it means so much more to the real world you don't live in. And your childish culture wars. You like to portray yourselves as great soldiers, but you really can't take a single blow. Remember this one, it's so funny. You don't realize yet how meaningless you are to the society. But don't worry, you'll realize sooner or later when you'll find you're left behind because you refused. I rejected progress. progress is not an improvement. I will always say that. And nobody but your intern mutuals will care about the shitty person you turned out. It's funny, because the shittiest people I know are comics like this guy. I'm confident one day your intolerance is going to get back to you. He keeps going. He keeps going with the projection. And you'll know what it means to be put aside and mocked as the lowly scum that you are. Baby, they have been criticizing me and my ideas for more than 10 years. You're just a little kid. This guy's like 30? You're just a little kid in a man's body. You're a little bitch. Just like you are done with minorities, except they're gonna find compassion, and you'll be left with oblivion. You know why this is extremely funny. While I was reading this, and you can see the timestamp here, 59 minutes ago. I went to look at the account. The spouts are protected. The spouts are protected. But how is this possible? I thought you don't intimidate me. Actually means that. But no, it's so sad. Regressives are too dumb to realize they're regressives. It's not even that they are regressives. They're just bonds. Literal bonds. They're just nothing more. And it's really sad. It's really sad because they're supposed to be humans, okay? They're not even useful idiots. They're just useless idiots all along. And I hate to do this. But at the end of the day, I find something here that is really telling. One Piece fan. And look, I have nothing against One Piece, but every time I see a One Piece fan on social media, it's just fucking stupid. I don't know how that happens. I guess there's a lot of people, and the stupid people are really loud. So sad. It's so sad. And look at this. Born December 15th, 1994. This guy is almost 30. He understands nothing of what he's reading. It's this bad. And yes, I will mock this guy every single day of the week if I have to. Because none of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. Stop identifying yourself with inhuman monsters. It makes no sense. Stop it. Get some help. Holy shit, dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. They make me so mad. Oh, it was always progressive. If it was always progressive, why do they have to change to become better by your own values? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Not to me, at least. It's so bad. It's so bad. And they will tell you, but you're going to still play the games. No! No, I refuse to play the games. I refuse to pay for the games. If they keep injecting bullshit in them, and I don't care which game is it. Dragon Quest, I will sacrifice Dragon Quest, and I love Dragon Quest. Monster Hunter, I will sacrifice Monster Hunter. I don't care. And I love Monster Hunter. But I do have to put my money where my mouth is. The only thing I can have in this life is to be consistent. And I will do so as long as I can. As long as I can. So bad. So bad. But let's get to the actual topics of today, okay? Just a little bit. Sweet Baby Ink Defender, who says every lever must be pulled to push LGBTQ plus agenda, announces she's joined City Pretty Red. This is not surprising. That is still bad. Look at those eyes. Unfortunate screenshot. Still, I look into the abyss. Also, she, her, obviously. Rick Henning, the former associate narrative director at Insomniac Games. Yeah? Surely that's a good idea. Who's working on Marvel's Wolverine, announced that she's joined City Pretty Red. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Kenny posted to LinkedIn, without further ado, it's time to announce my new job. Today was my first day as senior writer at City Pretty Red, best known for the Witcher series, and Cyberpunk 2077. She added, I can't wait to talk more about my project. I'm thrilled to be getting back into RPGs, If this is The Witcher 4, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. My team is talented, welcoming, and just flat out cool. Here's to a new adventure. Welcoming. That could be just PR speak, so that could be okay. Kenny recently detailed in an interview with Paul Shockers in May that everything must be done to push the LGBTQ plus agenda. What a strange thing to say. I thought that didn't happen. I guess we're moving on to the next step of the propaganda. This is happening, but it's good. No. I will always push back against this bullshit. She reacted to a glad report. I'm not glad. Bemoaning the lack of LGBTQ plus characters in video games, describing the report as heartbreaking. Not a lot of gay people in real life. Shocker. She also stated, the glad report tells us something key. Games are a way for LGBTQ people to socialize. But why? They can use anything to socialize, and that's fine. It also tells us something heartbreaking. LGBTQ gamers don't feel that developers are thinking of them when they design games. I hope so. I want cool characters, not characters that look or think like me. It's fine, okay? It's fine. There are not that many characters that look like me, okay? Let me tell you, that is the thing. And that's fine. Kenny added, there are so many LGBTQ developers, and want what players want. The design experiences that the player... that tell the player, we're here, we're important, and we belong. That's not the point. That was never the point. The point of the game is never to be, look how gay we are. It's about having cool gameplay and cool story. That's it. In order to obtain this, she declared, we need to pull every lever we have. Characters, community support, mechanics to make it so. That is a great admission. That is a great admission on your part. Not gonna lie. Not only has Kennedy made it abundantly clear that she will do everything in her power to push the LGBTQ plus agenda, she defended Sweet Babies after working with the consultancy group on Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and we know how that turned out with a bunch of gender bullshit. In a 12-post thread to Twitter, Kenny attempted to justify and defend Sweet Babies' pushing of woke ideology into video games. She wrote, some of you don't seem to understand how narrative consulting on games works. But don't worry, I do. No, we do. Don't worry, we do. Yes, this is about Sweet Babies, because I've worked with that team, and they're one of the finest in the biz. Yes, they're one of the finest, but what they do is of no value. That's the difference. He then shared a disingenuous breakdown of what Sweet Baby does by Twitter user 8-bit closed fist. He says, wokeness is killing gaming. Here we go. I have avoided the conversation around Sweet Baby for so long, but now it's getting out of hand. Basically, when a game is being made, some people will hire them to help them writing a dialogue or character design with certain types of characters. Spoiler alert, this usually involves stories and characters that isn't the default. What's the default? White? According to you, I guess? That doesn't make any sense. Continue. Now, anti-woke people call it one of these, and they flock to it like flies on a turd. It do be a turd, to be fair. They'll tell you they're the reason Kill the Justice League and Arkham Knight are bad games. Kill the Justice League is a bad game because of DEI. Not only because of Sweet Baby, they probably have diversity hires in development. That's why the game is trash. They probably have diversity hires in script writing. That's why the game is ass. It's all encompassing now. They say they are the reason why Spider-Man is dating a deaf woman, why Joe lost in golf, and why they can't edge to their favorite characters. It's always the boomers. Oh, you can have an attractive character if you're not masturbating like a monkey. What a strange thing to say. I like good-looking characters. Of both sides, actually. And And it all sounds ridiculous because from the bottom of my heart, it is. No, you think it sounds ridiculous because you want to keep pushing the agenda. It's not the same. But they won't mention that they worked on games like God of War Ragnarok, which is ass, and Alan Wake 2, which was a massive flop and made, for some reason, a Scandinavian woman that's supposed to have some sort of Viking or Rome magic, black woman, Viking magic. That doesn't make any sense. They won't tell you that precisely what they worked on, what pieces of dialogue did they add to what game, and how, because they don't know. We cannot know which lines, because we're not in development. But we do know what games they worked on, because they're so stupid that they tell us. That was the whole point of DI detected by Cabrutus, okay? But you wanted to cancel that guy. Suspicious. It's not public knowledge. Some of it actually is. Funny thing. Some of the clowns are even going as far as to say they're the reason for the layoffs, which makes no sense. No, the reason for the layoffs is because they keep making bad games. Not only because of Sweet Baby. Sweet Baby is a factor in making a bad game. It's not the same, but it is related. We do understand that one. You're still confused as to why something like this will exist. Let me break it down to you. Let's say I'm a young black gamer who lives in Los Angeles. So I started a service to say, yo, if you come up with a character or story that involves a young black gamer who lives in Los Angeles, you should talk to me about it because I can't know what it's like. First of all, who the fuck would want to make a game about a gamer who lives in Los Angeles? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter that it's black or anything. Also, are you gonna be racist and tell me that only black people can write about black people? I don't know. If the writers are good, I would trust them. Someone's writing a movie and they say, yo, we had this character who's a young black gamer who lives in Los Angeles. If he were something like this in the winter, I'm losing brain cells reading this. It's so bad. That doesn't make any sense. Being a gamer is not a fucking identity, you buffoon. Even if they want it to be so, but it's not. I can look at the card and say, add a little bit more drip here, add some drip there. Though it's winter, we don't need a puff jacket. We're chilling, he said. They say, alright, bet, move on. That sounds racist. That sounds ironically racist to me. Which is kind of funny. Second scenario, a show comes out. They say, yo, we got this character who's a young black gamer in Los Angeles. They say something like this. I say, we kind of pronunciate our R's a little bit more. So it would be brother. It would be brother. Okay, I guess. Sure. It's not a big deal. Now these movies, those shows, they come out. It's not racism if they do it. That's true. They cannot be sinful because they do have the correct opinions. It do be like that. Are they actually making shows and movies about black gamers from Los Angeles? I don't think they would be really successful. But you never know. Some of them might still be trash. They're probably trash. Not because they're black, just because it's fucking Hollywood. Some of them might be hits, but it did my job. The rest is up to them. That's essentially what Sweet Baby Inc. does. Do I need to run again the clip of you have to do what we want, or you're going to have dire consequences? I've run that clip like 3 times already. We all remember that one, right? From the Sweet Baby chick that public talk she did back in 2019, I think. We all remember that one. There's no way, shape, form, or fashion an issue with gaming, she asserted. Oh? They're just saying things. I don't understand. Finally, he concluded, in fact, it helped us get more interesting, better characters, or else every character in the video game will still be 18 Beats from Watch Dogs or Old Boy from Days Gone. Sorry, that shit is boring. Look, if you can only relate to a character because, oh, look at me, I'm black and the character is black, so we relate to each other. You lack empathy. You lack empathy. It's wild. It's wild to me. If you can only relate to a character from superficial tags that are immutable, you're not human. You don't have a soul. You don't have a soul. It's wild. It's wild. I can relate to a character if it's well written. This is not the case, though. It's not the case. His aim was revealed the moment today. They would call it forced diversity. No. No. Because Samus is actually cool. She is cool. She's not the girl boss fighting the galactic patriarchy or any bullshit like that. Doesn't make any sense. You know why I know this? Stellar Blade came out this year. Main character. It's not forced diversity. But they will never give any time to that, okay? They will never. If you're in the video, can you post it in the stars with Dev Team has an idea? If they already have an outline of their story, their gameplay loop. Maybe they got the whole script and a playable build. Either way, something is missing. The gays and the blacks, according to you. Could be any number of things, she continued. The character feels underbaked. Gonna be baked after this one, let me tell you, holy fuck. Maybe a whole faction. The backstory of a map has weak sauce world building. And no one on the team has time to the research and brainstorming to make it cool. So you actually can modify all of that by your own admission. By your own admission. You can work on all of that. Even if you told me before, no we don't. Yes you do. Yes you do. You are telling me so. Maybe the dev team has getting a ton of notes from publishers, plus executives and things that aren't working in the game. Kenny went on. Maybe the notes are all internal. The team knows something is wrong, but know how to identify or fix it, she added. I don't think that makes any sense. If you know something is wrong, you know where it's wrong. Kenny then shared, wherever you're in development, and wherever the notes are coming from, the problem is the same. Something's wrong, and the team can't figure out how to fix it. That's when you call Sweet Baby. Who are you gonna call Sweet Baby? Because they're killing the games. Ha! Next she posted, this next part is key, because some of you seem really confused. Narrative consultants didn't get the final say, and they don't override the core of the team and leads. But you can terrorize them to give you what you want. So what the hell? Also, yes, I can agree that devs are also poisoned by this bullshit. Okay? I do agree with that. I do clown on them a lot. Especially Square Enix. Okay? That has been happening for weeks already. It doesn't get into the game if we don't approve it, she emphasized. Yes, and that is also bad. Anything stated, they consult, they do research, pitch ideas, give feedback, and maybe even write scripts. But none of that gets into the game unless the core dev team agrees with it. I don't think it's the core dev team, I think it's just the higher-ups. Which is always a problem with fucking games. And they keep saying that because it's key. So maybe it's not, there is any consulting group coming in to wreck games. Well, they are. If they're convincing devs that you need these games, because if you don't change this, there are gonna be dire consequences. Yeah, that's on you. And the Sweet Baby woman said it herself, okay? But none of that. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that because it's here, sure. She like, yeah, I'm down here. I got a little bit lost. It happens. They're helping us smooth out plots and deepen characters. They use the boarding and the core narrative team. They're additive in every way. What a contradiction. What a fucking contradiction. Kenny continues. And if the dev team disagrees with them on something, the dev team doesn't take the note. It was never the dev team, I'm pretty sure. It really is that simple, she wrote. So no, Sweet Baby did not kill your game. Are you sure about that? Of course they had nothing to do with the layouts. Duh. They gave notes, pitches, advice, and research. Bad ones. Why sure. Stereo made the final call on what went in the game. If you have beef, it's with us. Keep it with us. No. I am strong enough. I can fight every single front if I so desire. And I will. Okay? Also, if you come in as experts on bullshit, yes, the devs are going to trust you on the bullshit part. That's not their job. It's your job. And you're fucking it up. Again. Keeps happening. All of this was a general line. Sweet Baby Inc. Kimberler, there we go, admitted in 2019 that she and her company were opposed to diversifying a game with a Frenchman and advocated for a person of color character instead. The new Frenchies, I guess. So bad in France. It's so bad in France too. During a presentation at the Game Developers Conference, she said, I once worked on a project where they had an all-white cast, where they expressed their desire. Okay, we need to mix it up a bit. How about these characters like stereotypically French? They have beret, and they have like a striped shirt. I know what I'm reading, kinda. And I was like, okay, if you need to do that, can we at least make them a person of color? At least. And they said, oh no, that would be weird. They're already French. Kinda based, not gonna lie. So they want to do better than this. French people looking like French people. Holy shit. Is this the government? Looks like it. It's a presentation, but admitted the company does indeed work to censor games through sensitivity rating. We know that. But we have to say it again and again, because it keeps happening. He said, we need sensitivity readers, we need the risk assessment. And they're like, again, important services that are literally like listing every PDF that they send out to be like, hey, I can do risk assessment and sensitive rating. Call me bullshit. That means nothing. Yes, this is long as fuck. And the silver bullet games narrative is now how Villar described working with video game developers in that Game Developers Conference presentation. She said, if you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups. If they don't see the value and what you're asking for, when just for consultants, when just for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. Yes, pretty much. And that's what's happening. That is what's happening. This is a Red Death deal, which you were right. Yes, they're probably killing themselves. They've been trying for a while already. And they're not the only ones. They're killing themselves in the most stupid way possible. Here we have... I love this one. Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada signals Assassin's Creed Shadows, alteration of Japanese history, and promotion of Yosuke could be brought before the Diet. That is the national diet. This is pretty much the parliament in Japan. It's gonna be like Cleopatra all over again. It's wild. It's wild! Japanese politician Satoshi Hamada recently signaled he might bring up Ubisoft and their upcoming game Assassin's Creed Shadows before the Japanese Diet, the country's legislative body, for altering the country's history, architecture, and more, as well as potentially using AI to generate images of the time period the game is supposed to be set. Yeah, it's so funny. Isn't the bell to translate? Hamada wrote on Twitter. Request for opinions. We have received a consultation regarding the alteration of Japanese history. We're a French game company. It's always the Frenchies. It's always the Frenchies. It's always the Canadians. It's always the Californians. What's wrong with these people? It's because they're gay by default? We have to engage the French now? What the hell? We share the consultation below with images. We have also quoted the post, and we will point out the problem with the game in question. We would be happy to receive your comments and suggestions, including specific requests. Also translated by Deep L, the wood post reads, let me understand why Assassin's Creed is on fire. Other people are the main character. I don't really care. and Japanese people are flaming on their own. I asked the Japanese expert to make it. Messed up seasons, messed up buildings, messed up mannerisms. They will listen to him. I think it was a woman, but sure. It's a premiere box with concept art as a bonus expensive. Suspicion of an AI that learned the photos of Japanese period messed up. Yeah, that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable. It continues. We made a cancelled video. Chinese subtitles are added by mistake. That was wild. That is literally racist. Holy shit. Silver gathers complaints. Make it upset. Then complain, racist. This is where the Japanese get the most upset. Yeah? The problem is the manufacturer's negligence in not admitting even one of their own mistakes. Signature drive begins to demand that the product not be released here and now. They have like 80,000 signatures right now, I think. That one was for free. Enjoy. Yeah, 81,000, not bad. The reference petition called the game "It serious sense of the Japanese culture and history and can lead to racism in Asia." It called on Ubisoft to immediately discontinue the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and show sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. Yeah, do not fuck with the Japanese. They don't like it. They don't like it. Ubisoft Japan also issued an apology for using the back flag of Sekihara Tippo Corps without the reenactment group's permission. Wild. Absolutely wild. They're just thieves at this point. The black flag was shown in a promotional video for the game as noted by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kerm. Our boy Grams here. I've seen this before, I think I mentioned that at some point. Maybe not. Ubisoft Japan apologized for using the flag without permission earlier this week. They wrote on Twitter, "We have received notice that 2 pieces of concept art previously released for Assassin's Creed Shadows used the flag of the Sekihara Battlefield Hospitality Union, Sekihara Rifle Corps, without permission. The group was given the opportunity to apologize, and it was accepted. That's okay. There's likely an issue with the translation, and it's probably better interpreted as the group gave us the opportunity to apologize, and it was accepted." That's fair. That's fair. The company added, "The art in question will not be used or distributed any further beyond this date, except for being included in the art book in the collector's edition. We deeply apologize for this matter." Is this bait? Is this bait? I don't think that's legal, actually. But we don't know that. Homoda was also indicating a subsequent tweet that he will potentially investigate the historical accuracy of Yasuku. As translated by Dipel, he wrote, "Thank you for your many comments about the new Assassin's Creed series of games set in Japan. In relation to the above, we received a consultation from another person about cultural theft and cultural invasion regarding Yasuku, a black man who served Oda Nobunaga." I've not written as such, okay? "We shared the content of the consultation with you." He then shared more screenshots of the consultation. What do you make of Honda receiving these consultations and contemplating bringing them up in front of the Diet? But there's more. There's more, because it was actually discovered it was earlier today, just yesterday, that the guy that wrote the book, it was John Lockley, something like that. He was the guy that was editing Yasuku's Wikipedia entry back in 2012. This is just fan fiction at this point. It's wild that this keeps happening. Wait, because there is more! There is more! They keep fucking up! I found this earlier. This is in French. Let's read the translation here. Katana and Yasuku's mask, or even artwork from the game, are used at the stand at Japan Expo for you an immersive experience. We'll immerse you in the spirit of the game with us until Sunday, July 14th. Here we have the assassin symbol. Okay, that's reasonable. We have the katana with the stand, with some Buddhist terminology: earth, water, fire, wind, and void. I will not say that. I prefer to say it as void. if you read about Miyamoto Musashi, this sounds familiar a little bit. We have the Kabuto. Here we have the doll. A doll. If you scroll down a little bit, we have this guy speaking in Japanese. So strange. What did he mean by this? This? This is One Piece Zoro. It even comes with a stand. I think Assassin's Creed is hopelessly out of luck. Yes, this is literally a katana that Zoro from One Piece has. It's so wild. It's so wild. And they also found the doll for sale in, I think it was Amazon or something like that. So yeah, they got fucked. They got fucked. This is gonna be a massive flop, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this flop. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Speaking of massive flops, I love them. I love them. I keep winning. I am the master of the news. I am Clown News Network. I keep spitting now, Jesus Christ. I know how to speak sometimes. Here we have from The Guardian. Gamer for Kotaku, Lifehacker, and Gizmodo. Is this truly the end of Australian gaming journalism? I hope so. I do hope so. This is long as fuck. This is long as fuck. They're dead, and they deserve it. The best part, which I don't think I have on tab here. That is unlucky. That's bad preparation. That is really bad preparation. I have to admit. I'm just a guy. I have it here in my likes. Maybe I don't. It's been a couple of days already. I must say a couple of years. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, that's not it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it didn't. This seems to be a little bit too far back. Yeah, I have it on tap. Lucky for me, man, lucky for me. It was beautiful to see Alyssa Marcante's meltdown about this. How is it possible? How is it possible? You're celebrating this, huh? You're gonna think that your shitty opinions with your webcam matter? The same shit you're doing. At least, I'm more beautiful than you. What can you say? I'm more beautiful than that woman. Just like that, man. Just like that. It's so beautiful. I love to see them fall to the ground. Oh man. They're gonna keep bitching. And you can say, but Alyssa, please, don't you have to write some game guides? Maybe, but only maybe. It's beautiful to see. I love it. People are just so tired. They're so tired of this BS, man. They're so fucking tired of this BS. They'd rather go to random clowns on the internet, like myself, to see what the hell is going on. Because they're not trustworthy. Games journalists are just a bunch of activists. We keep saying that, but it is still true. It is still true. So bad. And let's finish this with something that I found to be a little bit funny. We go back to them sweet babies here. From Smash JT. IMDb accidentally exposes all upcoming Sweet Baby Inc. clients. Oh baby! That was supposed to be private information. Maybe not. Maybe not, I'm afraid. It was always public. So sad. So sad. We have some screenshots here. Sweet Baby Inc., known for its controversial focused application of DEI principles, has been got working on some very big upcoming games that we've been looking forward to. This is going to throw a wrench into that hype machine. I love it. Bring me more chaos! Among the notable titles listed is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, one of my most anticipated games of the year. Now gets removed from that hype list. It sucks so much, but never give them the money, I have to add. Sweet Baby Inc. has been criticized for forced DEI elements in games because of how they compromise artistic integrity and creative freedoms. The company's approach prioritized social agendas over gameplay quality and the authentic narrative of games. This sentiment was created by incidents involving them sweet babies employees, such as how Chris Kindred have been accused of aggressive behavior toward individuals in the industry. Many such cases, further damaging the company's reputation. This was the scumbag that wanted to cancel Capurus back in, what was that, March? Disgusting behavior. Initially, Chris kicked the whole Gamergate 2 off by trying to get Capurus cancelled for territory the games this company had been involved with, which was on their website, by the way. It was public information. When I began covering the situation on my YouTube channel, Kindred had then reached out to my former place of work in hopes to get me fired, and telling them that I was racist. Yep, it keeps happening. But then they will tell you, cancel culture is not a thing. Then what is this? What is this? Reached out to Sweet Baby Inc. about this situation, but they have not responded. They're not going to. Shocker. Yeah, imagine my shock. Real quality company they have going over there. It's a full list of the games currently displayed on IMDb. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. God of War Ragnarok 2022. Ass. Spider-Man 2. Ass. Alan Wake 2. Ass. Hogwarts Legacy. Even. If you had the usual suspects going around, oh, this game is transphobic, this game is not for the gays. It was a really gay game. You literally had, and that didn't make any sense to me, a transgender bartender, something like that, kind of gay. Starfield, massive flop, also gay. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I don't remember much about this game. I've never played it, but I didn't even remember the opinions about it. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I think it's free to play now. It released back in February of this year. Massive flop. Gay. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah? DI. Pure DI. Gay. Gotham Knights. I didn't even know that game, not gonna lie. Here's 5. I think this was heavily criticized, but I don't remember. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. No idea. Saints Row 2022. Massive flop. It killed the company. Also, gay and lame. Those Avengers from 2020. Isn't this like extremely expensive and kind of bad game too? I don't remember. Forspoken. Oh, look at that. Killed the studio. Massive flop again. Any chance of the Great Circle? Yep, they mentioned that up there. So, yeah, we read about this just last week. Wolverine. Who knows? Who knows when they will release that? Prince of Persia: The Last Crown. I've seen some screenshots about this game. It's bad. It looks really gay. Lord of the Rings: Gollum. Massive flop. Gear Tactics, no idea. Skull and Bones, did that release or not? I think some people were hyped until these came out. The Crew Motorfest, I think this is just more of an indie game. No idea. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok, same as before. And No Nine Awakening, no idea. Set of Midnight, no idea. Outriders, no idea. Good Vibe Volcano High, massive flop. The party way better. Ancient Dragons Dark Alliance, D&D, and Sweet Baby, it's gonna be bad. 2021, still bad, you know. Wonder Woman, wait another year, sure. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, these are the DLC, I assume. Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, no idea. Black Book, checks out. Sable 2021, no idea. Last year, The Nightmare, no idea. Usual June. Contraband and Neocab. That was a small game too. I guess some of these games are indies, so that's why I don't know them. And checks out. You can explore the list in full detail with yourself here. I think that's good enough for now. This whole situation of games underscores the word debate over the role of DEI in gaming. They have been cut. Now SBI is being held accountable by gamers everywhere. They have now begun trying to hide their involvement on upcoming projects. Yeah? Do not fuck with gamers, they don't like that. This INTV discovery blows the doors off that secrecy. Huge shout out to NevG for the help in locating this info. Bethesda knows that other audience, well, yeah, this is the look they want for gaming in the current year. What the hell? Many gamers have been concerned that the influence of DI consultation companies like Sweet Baby will lead to shifting industry standards that don't align with making a great game, because they care more about injecting agendas and politics, or true natural diversity and quality storytelling. That is thing. That is indeed a thing, okay? You know what you have to do? Do not buy it. Wow, it finished. So easy. So easy. Don't pay them, let them crash and burn. Just let them crash and burn, it's that easy. Anyway, we had to rush a little bit, but we managed to read everything we have here, which is really good. So now it's time for me to take my leave. So, thank you all for coming. I hope you had some fun, even if the news are far from the best. But it is important to know what the fuck is going on here, you know? So, I'm gonna go now. I will come back on Monday. We're probably gonna start Digimon Hacker's Memory. I'm not quite sure, but I do believe that will be the case. Anyway, I will see you all soon. Until then, take care.